I think the big difference is, so kind of contextually, it's also good to understand kind of how Abu Dhabi and Dubai sit to also understand the conversation. So Abu Dhabi is, I think it's one of the richest emirates within the UAE. It has like 60% of the GDP, and mostly from like oil and like fintech. So it's a big hub of like fintech and like companies, especially for MENA. Whereas Dubai's focuses on tourism, has been like traditionally focused on tourism. So, and it tends to be like really international. So I think those two elements have quite an impact on the different regulations. And I think what you see in Abu Dhabi is that it's like the regulations that are there, it's much more wider. It covers more traditional finance, where digital assets is like a sub part of that. Whereas in Dubai, they're focused specifically on digital assets and differentiated that as a like a pinpoint of like of the like regulations they want to adopt around it. And they've been quite open. So I think if you look at like Abu Dhabi, it's much more kind of traditional in the sense of like it's a bit more fixed. It's harder to like change. Whereas in Dubai, like it's just so much, it's just rapidly evolving. Like VARA's like regulations that they bring out, they're rapidly evolving. They're set up specifically to be reactive to innovation and to be flexible at this moment in time, and not more stuck. So what it really depends is, when you're looking at those two spaces, is kind of what type of business you are, and what's going to suit you, and what suits you in terms of like regionally as well. Are you more focused on like Middle East, and maybe then Abu Dhabi might be more of like a place for you, whereas Dubai is much more, it's the perfect geographical location. It's the hub of, Africa, Asia, and like Europe. So you see a lot like a different types of innovation there. It's much wider.